So you're looking around wondering, why don't you get what you want out of life? You look over there and they always seem to get what they want out of life. They call it manifesting. You're thinking like, why can't I just get what I want? Right? Why is it so hard? Why does it seem like a struggle every time I turn around? But they seem to get it so easily. Today, we're going to talk about the top 5 things that keep you from manifesting, right? We're going to switch it up. We usually talk about how you can manifest. Today, we're going to talk about what keeps you from manifesting. Right after this intro, we're going to get right into it. You were a star child, let your light shine for all the world. When you open your mouth to reveal a pearl, let it shine more, just to light the path. If it don't add up, man, just do the math. If it ain't for you, let it pass on through. Okay, so I'm Terrion Wilson, aka Brotha T, here with another one. So I like to thank you and welcome you to the New Life Tree, where we like to give you little pine cones of wisdom for your mental health. If you don't know what that is, stick around, stay on the channel. You'll get it. We're not going to waste too much time. We're going to jump right in to the top 5 things that keep you from manifesting. Number 1, when you continuously worry about other things or people. When you consistently worry about everything else, you don't concentrate on you, right? Or what you need to do to get what you want out of life and what you need out of life, right? When you're looking over, I always give this example, so I'm going to give it again. Let's say you're in a race, right? And you're in first place, or you're doing pretty good, right? Once you stop and you start looking at the other people, where are they at in life? Where, what are they doing? Then they're going to pass you up because you're not concentrated on what you have to do to manifest. Stop worrying about the Joneses. You don't have to keep up with them. Make your own path. Go at your own speed until you get what you need out of life. So that's number 1. Number 2, not taking responsibility for your own life, right? Everybody, and I mean everybody watching, knows somebody that does not take responsibility for their own life. Everything that happens to them is because somebody else did it, and somebody over there, they have some vendetta against them. Their best friend is always talking down to them, and then they did this and they did that, and you did this and you did that. It's always somebody else but you. You cannot be a powerful manifester if you're worried about who's doing something to you. Once again, same scenario. If you're running that race and you're doing pretty good and you're looking at everybody else, guess what's happening? They're gaining ground on you, or they're already at the finish line, and you're walk looking around like, why am I not doing great in this race? It's the same thing. Take responsibility for your life. Everything that happens to you really happens for you. Once you start noticing that and taking, looking at it in that way, then you'll start realizing that, hey, everything, I have some sort of control over every single thing that happens in my life. Even things that's unforeseen, right? You can't stop things from happening to you, but you most definitely can control how you respond to them, right? All right, let's go to the next one. Number 3, not taking positive actions. This is one of those duh moments, right? So if you don't take positive action towards your goal, whatever that is, right, that you're trying to manifest, it's going to be harder to get it, or you're just not going to get it at all. You always should concentrate on making positive movement towards whatever you want in life. If you don't take that positive movement, guaranteed your dream will die. your drive, your ambitions, all that stuff will die, and it'll be on the side of the road, right? And you'll just be sitting there sulking, feeling sorry for yourself, low self-esteem, depression, bipolar, whatever you want to say. I'm not saying, if you suffer from any one of those things, seek clinical help. However, sometimes when people think they're suffering from those things, what's really happening is they have no purpose. Once you lose your purpose, it's really hard to get that back, people. So let's go to the next one. The next one is broke thinking and lack mentality. I talk about these all the time on Lifetree, right? When you have that broke thinking and that lack mentality, you're always thinking like, I won't have enough. I have to do this so I can have enough. Sometimes you'll even commit a crime, a little white collar crime, just so you can have enough. This is when you start planting those seeds, those broke thinking, lack mentality seeds, those things, those habits are hard to break. They're very hard to break. That's when you look out and you see a celebrity or an athlete and they make all these millions of dollars, and then within 5 years of them retiring, they're broke. That's broke thinking, lack mentality that got them in that space. It's not a coincidence that happens, because when you're a person and you think a certain way, especially when it comes to financial things, those are habits, right? So if I just give you millions of dollars, you still have the same habits, you just amplify them. So if you're a bad spender, if you never save, if you never invest, you just have $10 million and you're not going to do that stuff with the $10 million too. It just takes you a little longer to go broke. That's all. So fix that broke thinking and lack mentality. I'm going to go into another thing before we go to the next one. And that's sometimes family upbringing can give you that broke thinking and lack mentality. You need to break yourself from this. This is like a curse, right? Some of my religious people talk about generational curses. This definitely can be a generational curse when you have broke thinking, lack mentality. Now, if I hand you $10 million, of course, you're gonna, buy some things. So you will manifest some things, but it will be in the short term because it won't last. It won't last. Trust me. Okay, number five is an interesting one because sometimes we get lackadaisical, right? Especially when we start manifesting and things are happening for us, right? And we start to get these great things happening in our lives and we're happy about it. We celebrate it, which is fine. That's cool. But sometimes we get too comfortable. When you get too comfortable, sometimes you'll get a little lazy, right? You'll procrastinate.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
I can sit back now. Everything's good, right? No. What I'm going to tell you is, and I've said this on a previous episode before, is that you want to be grateful for what you have. You want to be grateful for what's coming in, right? But you don't want to be satisfied. You don't want to be satisfied. You want to be grateful, but not satisfied, right? You always want to be grateful, because if you stop being grateful, that stuff will stop coming, right? That's the law of attraction. If you are satisfied, once again, it's still the law of attraction. Once you're satisfied, law of attraction says, hey, you're good with what you got. We're not going to give you any more. The universe, God, whoever, right? So you never want to be too comfortable. Keep striving to improve your life in whatever way, right? It doesn't have to be financial. It can be, in your personal life, right? Always get better. If you're in a marriage, always make your marriage better. If you are an athlete, always get better. If you're a technician, try to be the best technician you could be. Strive for go to the next level, and don't just do it just to make more money and get a promotion. Try to be the best at what you do. All right, this is your man, Brotha T. I'm going to sign off for now, and I'm going to check you on the next episode, family. First, in one of these boxes somewhere, you're going to see some videos on law of attraction, maybe even an older video. Check it out. They're still great. I'm going to check you on the next one, family. Peace.